Hello, you guys. How are you all? Thank you guys for being here. Hope you guys have had a good day, and yeah, hope that you will spend a little bit of your afternoon here with me. Today, Grizzly True Crime, she's a big YouTube channel. She released a video that I wanted to go over with you guys. So her video is in the description box. She has requested this. She did the FOIA for it, all of the legwork, and which there's a lot of it, and waiting for quite a long time. And I don't know if it costs money or what, but I know that it takes a lot going into these requests, and I really appreciate it. So I wanted you guys to, if you want to, go check out her video, because we are going to go over it, but we're going to go over some other things first, and then we're going to talk through her video. So that's the plan. I've actually listened to it a couple times because there was a lot going on around me in the background. The first time I listened to it, I needed to hear it again. And I think that I'm ready to talk about it with you guys. So I am going to read you a couple articles first. Let me say hello to you guys and all of that stuff, and then we'll get into it. Hey, Edith. Hey, Tess. Hey, Psychedelic Relic. I love your name. Hey, Danielle. Hey, Neat. Good to see you. Hey, David. I saw your comment about the rock concert. That was so sweet. Thank you. You're so sweet. Hey, Shar. Good to see you. Shar, get in touch with me sometime if you can. I really would love to chat with you if you're available at some point in the next couple days. It's not urgent or anything, but hey, Danielle. Good to see you. Adrian, Christina, Queen Bella, hey, Sherry, hey, Alicia, hey, Lil Red. I know that Lil Red has been doing a lot requesting stuff for this case too, but it takes a long time. It seems like the wait list is pretty high. All right, sorry, I had to silence my phone. So, hey, Connie, good to see you. Hey, Katie. So first I wanted to, first, let me say, Shar, thank you for being a member for 36 freaking months. That is just crazy. I can't believe it, man. Time flies, and it's been a journey. 36 months. There's so much that's went on in that time, and I appreciate you supporting me and the channel and all of that so much. Yeah, everything's okay for sure, but yeah, get in touch with me. I would love that. And hey, Roberta. Oh my gosh, I don't know why my phone is still vibrating when I got it on silent. Well, sorry, you guys, that's probably annoying. All right, so before we get into, so Grizzly requested and got one of Jen's interviews, Jennifer Soto. She is the mother of Madeline Soto and girlfriend/ex-girlfriend of Stephen Stearns. Before we get into that, I want to show you a couple things. So the first thing I want to show you is something new, just some changes that have been made since what happened to Madeline happened. Was that Trulia? Yes. Hey, Trulia. Good to see you. Hey, Delaney. Good to see you guys. Okay, so what in the world? This is not it, what I'm showing you here. I did also want to look at that, but I know that we had talked about this in the past. So I wanted to update in the beginning, and then the next one, I'm kind of going to show you where we're at as far as what we've learned and kind of the last big piece of information, and then we'll listen to the interview. So Orange County Public Schools resumes new absence notification policy in wake of Madeline Soto's death. An absence notification policy that went into effect in the weeks after the disappearance and death of 13-year-old Madeline Soto is back in effect at Orange County Public Schools on Monday. They're entering their second week of school. This policy was approved in March and began after students returned from spring break. It was brought about from the investigation into Madeline's disappearance. So remember, her mom went to pick her up from school, and that's where she learns that Madeline hadn't been in class all day. And we're going to hear some of that in the interview and kind of what she describes as her process of finding out that she wasn't in school. Days later, her body was found in rural Osceola County. Stephen Stearns, mom's boyfriend, was eventually charged with first-degree murder in her death. Before this policy went into effect, parents were notified via automated phone call after their child missed more than half the school day, which was how long it took the district at the time to consider a student absent. Parents weren't alerted to their children's absence until near the end or after the school day. For example, Orange County Middle School's released just after 4, and the final cutoff for teachers to submit attendance was at 3:30. This is a problem. We've talked about this here on the channel. It's important to us as parents to know that if our kids don't show up to school, especially when they're teenagers and they're of a certain age, that we're going to be alerted by the school. And it's a problem if you're not. Right. So changes are being made. It's unfortunate that this had to happen for these things to be made, for these changes to be done, but it seems like that we see that often, when we're talking about these cases. So now the new policy, the high school, the parents will be alerted at 8:55, elementary school 10:05, and middle school 11:05. So that's much better than the end of the day. Now, you guys know, in this case, not long ago, we got to see video footage of Jen Soto and Stephen Stearns talking to the police. So I pulled up the article from that just because that's the last video footage that we were able to see. The video captures the first interactions between Orange County Sheriff's deputies and Soto's mother, Jen Soto, and her boyfriend, Stephen Stearns. Then, back in June, new docs were released, and we'll go through this article just so we kind of are caught up with the latest information, and then we'll get right into Grizzly's video. If you guys are just interested in Jen's police interview, she uploaded it with very little commentary. The link is in the description box. So I got caught skipping a lot. You guys, I was bad. I went in and blocked. The school had 3 or 4 different numbers they called from, and I went in and blocked every number from being able to reach my parents' house, to reach our house. So they couldn't call if I was absent, but hey, something to talk about. Good to see you. Hey, Sparkles. If our kids don't show up and the folks don't call in, they called home, even in high school. Yeah. Our schools do an automatic call around 10:30. I'm glad they're doing that now, but it's crazy to me that it took this long. I agree, Danielle. I really do. Oh, something to talk about. Thank you for being a member for 29 months. So proud to be a part of this channel. Well, I'm so thankful that you are. And yeah, I appreciate you so much. And you know that I love and adore you, even if I don't get to talk to you all that much. Roberta says we get text messages. Oh, Shar says we get a text message within 15 minutes of school starting if our child doesn't show into class. That's good, though. That's how it should be. I missed 3/4 of my freshman year. Truancy officer showed up at my door. Hey, Destin. Oh, you guys. Hey, Riley, I wanted to tell you, and this is okay. It might take some time for people to actually show up, and maybe they never will, and that's okay. But I want to start doing something new. So pretty much every weekday, and it may not be every single one, but it's going to be the majority of weekdays, we're going to start doing a live show in the mornings. Music City Mom, we're going to do a live show in the mornings to talk about all true crime news. It'll be big cases, little cases, unknown cases, just anything involving true crime. We're just going to hang out, have coffee together, and go through headlines. It's not going to be just scrolling through random stuff. So for tomorrow, I've already got several cases that I want to discuss. And depending what happens for the rest of the day, there may be more added to it. So every morning at 8 p.m. Eastern, we're going to do coffee and crime. And I did add a new emoji of a little tie-dye coffee cup for those lives. So I hope to see you guys there. And yeah, like I said, it's not going to always be. Sometimes it will be popular topics, popular cases. Sometimes it's not going to be, and that's okay. And for me, you know, it's a struggle as a creator because we know that if we're talking about the more unknown cases, you know, you might not have as many people that show up. And I feel like it's just still something I really want to do. I think that it would be nice to hang out with you guys in the mornings right after the kids go off to school and kind of just talk through what's going on. We will still be doing like some nighttime lives and stuff like that, especially when phone calls come in or we're, you know, doing panels and stuff. But in the mornings, it's going to be just me. Yep, 8 a.m. Eastern. A.M. Sarah, did I say p.m.? I might have. I don't know. Hey, Kathy R. Tess said, I'm so excited. Well, I'm excited too. Yeah, 8 a.m. If I said p.m., then I'm just crazy and awkward and weird, and I say shit wrong all the time. Welcome to my channel. It's going to be in the morning, though. Hey, Rexy. Good to see you. Whoa. So that is the plan. I did say PM. Well, you know. Okay, so let me read through that. Yay, Teacup. I'm excited. Oh, wow, Shar. That will be 1 p.m. for me, right? It's 9:30 here right now. So, yeah, it will be. But I'm thinking for part of the day, for a part of the year, it might be 6 hours, right? Or am I wrong? And then Wake and Bake with Allie Delaney. I love that. Hey, MK. Good to see you. Okay, so let's go through this latest article so we can get into the interview. This came out June 12th. This is probably this was the most recent, like, bigger update that I could find. So, new documents regarding the homicide case of Madeline Soto reveal some of the evidence Orange County investigators collected in the days after the 13-year-old girl was reported missing. According to Orange County Sheriff's Office property forms, numerous items were collected from a car and a residence. On February 28th, 2 days after Madeline was reported missing, investigators impounded evidence from what is believed to be a Lincoln vehicle due to multiple Lincoln emblems reportedly found in the vehicle. Stephen Stearns, the man facing a first-degree murder charge in the Kissimmee teen's death, told police he allegedly dropped her off at school the day she was reported missing while driving a silver 2010 Lincoln MKZ. Inside the car, deputies uncovered items such as latex gloves, cloth gloves, a towel, a rag, and a blanket. Other items, a white rope, a trash bag, a white towel, were found in the vehicle's trunk. On the same day, Orange County detectives collected evidence, including a bottle of masturbation cream, boxers from laundry, a pink strawberry Snuggie, a purple comforter, underwear, and a phone tripod from a residence, the document showed. It did not reveal what home the evidence was collected from. Madeline was first reported missing by her mother, Jen Soto, on February 26 after she did not attend class by her Orange County middle school after allegedly being dropped off by Stearns. Deputies searched the area where he claimed to have last seen her, but a canine was unable to detect her scent. Her body was found on March 1st in a rural area in Osceola County. Investigators believe she was likely killed before the school day began. We do know they have video footage of her being slouched over in the vehicle that morning. On how Madeline died or the circumstances surrounding her death, Stearns has not provided a motive in the girl's death. So we know the jury trial was pushed back. There were a couple other things that had happened. But, you know, that will be probably a good article to kind of catch us up. Okay. So I want to say, you know, I know people have their feelings on Jen Soto. I have really tried to keep it like really, you know, to not be too hard on her because we know she has mental illness. We know she was on a lot of medication. maybe she didn't know. We know that many of you guys have spoken out in the chats and said, I never told my mom that her boyfriend was messing with me. So, but it's really hard hearing this interview. So I'm going to tell you guys, this interview took place the day after she was reported missing. She's weirdly calm. I feel like if my teenager was gone, didn't go to school all night long, they're gone, and we're into the next day, I'm going to be a mess. I am going to be a mess. I won't have slept. I'm just going to be all over the place. But we're all different. I want you guys to feel free to give your opinions. Many people, including very respected people like Duty Ron, have spoken out and kind of said she should be arrested. She did not protect her. Other people feel differently. So however you feel, that's okay. Feel free to voice your opinion, and we're going to watch it together. I basically have it right about where it starts. MK, thank you. That was freaking sweet. Thank you for gifting 5 memberships. I appreciate that. I had to, when I added the coffee, I deleted some of the membership emojis. I'm going to be kind of redoing some things here. And that was just the first step. But yeah, so we're going to have more new membership emojis. Just the coffee was the only idea that I had at the time. So yeah, thank you, MK. I appreciate that so much. And welcome to the members. And use your new coffee emojis. Hey, honey. All right, let me see what you guys think, and then we're gonna start listening. Sarah says, my guess is medications if she already has a history. I would need Valium. I'm totally sus of Jen Soto, but I still wonder about medication issues causing her to come across so poorly. Jen's mom should have stepped in. We're going to hear Meep in this interview. Her family was out searching and stuff like that, and we saw them on the news, and yeah. How did Jen Soto not know what was in the bedroom? I know. Tess, this interview, I'm struggling with how I feel about her affect. I wonder if she was heavily medicated. I try, Allie, but fuck, man, she had them sleep together. That's what I'm concerned about. Well, and you're going to hear them talk about this. She's going to tell the officers so matter-of-factly that they were in the same bedroom. So, all right. Hey, Kathy. I hope you're having a good day, Kathy. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and start listening. We're just going to pause along the way and kind of give our thoughts.
Does it lock?
No, it should be fine.
Okay.
Wait, I'm wondering if I should turn on the volume booster. I think I would.
Over here.
No,
I'll explain it in a second. Okay? I have a question too before we get started. Somebody said something like somebody in here has a gun. Is that a true statement or a false statement?
That's a true statement.
Okay, where is this gun at right now?
It is upstairs in the guest bedroom.
It's not like in any of these cars out here.
No, I don't believe so. I think it's upstairs in the guest bedroom. Bedroom number 4. It's got a number 4 on it.
Okay, how certain are we of that?
As far as I know, the gun is inside upstairs. I haven't heard of it being in the car.
Okay. Let me just move my purse.
If you want to take
you are going to hear her be told that, sex crimes is going to be taking over the investigation. And it is, okay. It is alarming that she doesn't ask questions regarding that. But in her defense, I will say, the woman follows that up pretty quickly with because XYZ. Then she mentions violent crimes, and I think Grizzly's going to point it out. So I'll wait till we get there. Lil Red made a comment, so I wanted to address that. You guys will hear.
I could be incorrect. I'm not sure.
want to start the car and just give me 1 second?
I'm gonna make this. I know it's not the most comfortable, but at least you won't be cold over there.
Yeah. I get cold super.
Yeah, I get hot in the same way, so I understand. You want to take a seat right over here, and then she's gonna.
Jen Soto says she gets cold super easy. Also, let me just say, they said there's a gun in guest bedroom number 4. That's apparently where Stefan Stearns was sleeping in the same bed as Maddie, particularly also on that last night that she was there. And in that room, they also said there was a tripod and there was some kind of a lotion. We went through those documents before, part 1, 2, and 3, so check that out. Okay, just turn on your closed captioning also. I just want to say that it is...
Wouldn't you think that Jen would be wondering, hearing that? Because it was a little confusing until Grizzly lays it out for you what's happening here. But your daughter has slept upstairs in the room with your boyfriend, and they find a tripod and this masturbation lotion. I'm going to be concerned. Why would I want my teenager seeing stuff like that? I don't know. What do you guys think?
Working, turn it on so that you can see the subtitles if you want to.
Don't worry about the. Start it up.
My original timestamp was almost 9 minutes, but the only reason I brought it back was because of that. And then you also do hear Stefan Stearns in the beginning where we started. But yeah, you guys, if you want to re-listen by yourself, again, it's in the description.
Do you have your keys on you?
Here, have a little closer. Just
Sorry, this isn't my car. There we go. Okay, so I'm not sure if he introduced himself, but his name is Luis Acosta. Okay. We both work for Orange County Sheriff's Office. So I understand you spoke with the other guy earlier with Detective Frank Hunt. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. We have officially taken over the case, okay? So
Are you guys with Kissimmee?
no, we're with Orange County.
Oh.
It's just a different unit.
Oh, okay. What unit are you with?
We're with sex crimes.
Okay.
It's just because of her age.
So that's the point I'm talking about. We're taking over. We're same police department, just another unit. Jen says, what unit are you in? We're with sex crimes. And Jen says, okay. The officer does pretty quickly give an explanation, and I don't mean to pause over it. If you get annoyed by when I pause, just know that the link is in the description. So please don't leave me comments telling me how I choose the worst times to pause. I'm going to go back so we can hear it in full without pausing. But this moment hit my ears a little funny.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. We have officially taken over the case, okay? So
Are you guys with Kissimmee?
no, we're with Orange County.
Oh.
It's just a different unit.
Oh, okay. What unit are you with?
We're with sex crimes.
Okay.
It's just because of her age and is why we take over. Does that make? I know it's kind of confusing, but we have different rules in Orange County, and depending on people's age, we sometimes take over investigation when it comes to missing persons.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
I feel like I'd have so many questions.
when you talked to him earlier, I kind of got a brief synopsis of what happened. I understand you have a new job.
Yes.
Okay, and if I say anything that's incorrect, please correct me, okay? You have a new job, and last night you asked them to go sleep upstairs because you wanted to get rest. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What time was this? Do you remember? It doesn't have to be like the exact time, but like just. Oh, and then yesterday she had or Sunday she had her birthday party, right?
Sunday she had her birthday party.
Okay, what time was that party at?
It started at 3:00.
Okay, from 3 to what time?
I'm not sure. I wasn't there. I was at work.
Oh, okay, you weren't there.
But I know my sister home around 8:30.
Uh-huh. Was Stefan here at that time?
I'm not sure if he was here at the time, but I think he got here a little bit after,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Okay, she was already doing what she was supposed to. She had taken her nighttime meds,
Mm-hmm.
and she was getting ready for bed, like taking a shower. She takes
Mhm.
showers at night, so he's like, okay, she was already on it. I didn't get home until I'm gonna say 10:30,
Okay.
and then at 11 I sent them to bed.
Did Stefan make it to the party?
No.
Okay. And then once you get here, you said you sent her to bed at 11. And the following morning, well, I'm sorry, let me backtrack a little bit. You send them upstairs, right?
Mhm.
How many bedrooms are upstairs?
3
Okay. Where?
in bedroom number 4.
Okay. And what about Stefan?
Bedroom number 4.
Okay. Is it normal for both of them to sleep in the same room?
Sometimes when I really need a good night's sleep, I will send them upstairs. But when also a lot of times we will sleep together in the king size bed, all 3 of us, or sometimes Stefan will go upstairs and in our bed alone. So it just really.
Okay, we have to pause. I mean, we have to pause every minute or so for fair use, but you know, this is so inappropriate. I can't continue playing this without saying this. I'm not saying that Jennifer Soto knew everything that was going on. I'm not. I know many people feel that way, and I respect that. And I can understand how people feel that way. Could I see a world in which she maybe wouldn't have? Possibly. But this is so inappropriate. Though, and hearing her say it, there is something that just makes you sick inside. And knowing, you guys, we know Maddie had been abused by Stefan. I'm not going to say pretty words for it. We're not going to say, unalive or whatever. Let's call it what it is. She had been sexually abused by that man since she was 8 years old. It is absolutely disgusting. In my opinion, he is one of the most vicious, disgusting monsters we have ever talked about, or that there is in any of the crimes that happen in our world. This is disgusting. And just know, you can't trust anyone. If you are a mom and you have kids, don't let strangers in your house. Look, he wasn't a stranger, but don't let men sleep with your kids. I don't care how old they are. If it's not their dad, and even if it is, I feel like when they become teenagers, it's wrong. Doesn't Maddie deserve some privacy and space? I don't like any of it. I think it's so inappropriate. I think it's disgusting, and I really don't find any excuse for it. Let me see what you guys have to say about it. I feel so terrible Maddie had to live in that hell. Devastating for that baby girl. Yeah, mom just keeps putting her back with the monster who has been abusing her since she was 8 years old. Melissa Jade, hey, good to see you. Hey, Shraddha. People like this are the worst of humanity. No normal parent's going to be okay with it, in my honest opinion. Not at all. So inappropriate. So inappropriate. Allie gave us coffee. Grandma Sherry, I hope I will see you in the mornings. I feel the same way, Allie. She says it's so casual. I sent them to bed. Yeah. Tripod and lube in room number 4. She acted like she had no idea what's going on, fragile like a bomb says. Riley, it's so odd to me that she sees nothing wrong with a man sleeping alone with her preteen teenage daughter. No adult will be sleeping with my children. Absolutely not. Badgered Witness says, once my little boy was bigger, it just felt wrong to snuggle with him like I did when he was little, and I literally grew him. I still gave lots of affection, but boundaries. Absolutely. And, we have to teach our kids to respect other people's personal boundaries in their personal space. We also need to give them some space, not unsupervised, right? Like, I'm not saying just let them be, but give them their own space and help them find their independency or whatever, however you want to say that, like help them learn how to become independent. Okay, let's keep listening.
Really depends on what's going on that night with our schedules and what we're doing.
Okay, where were you sleeping?
Downstairs in the king size bed.
Okay, is it just you two here, or you guys have a roommate, right?
We have 2 roommates, and one of the roommates has a son who's here like a little bit more than half the week.
So what rooms do you guys use?
The room downstairs, the master bedroom downstairs, and room number 4.
Okay. So it wasn't last night. It was the night before. Stefan slept in bedroom number 4 and you slept downstairs.
Yes.
In the master. Okay. What time did you wake up?
I'm going to say around 8 o'clock in the morning, Stefan came into the room and was trying to put the leash on the dog. Somewhere between, he came into the room somewhere between 8 and 8:15. He came in to put the leash on the dog, and I got up to try to help him because my dog is kind of a nervous dog and I didn't want him to pee on the bed. So we wrangled him, put him on his leash, and he said, go back to sleep. And I said, okay. So I laid back and went back to sleep.
So Stefan wakes her up 8 in the morning trying to get the dog on the leash. She helps him, they get the dog situated, and he says, go back to sleep, according to Jen. I wonder why. Here, Jen, go take your pills and lay down. Here, Jen, go back to sleep and put your head in a pillow. Here, Jen, go put your head in the sand so you don't have to think or see anything that's going on around here. Oh, my God almighty. This is frustrating. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going to really try to keep it together. Neat says, I wonder if he hadn't groomed Maddie to the point that she was convinced he was her boyfriend. And I have wondered that myself at her age. I think that it could be easy to do. We've heard stories about other young girls who have been convinced that these grown men are in love with them. Just, we've seen it before. So I'm curious about that as well. No shit, Xanax all around. I'm thinking that's exactly what it is. It is. Allie just went MJ level with the loud. I'm sorry. As MJ says, I'm passionate, okay? No. I always feel passionate about the things we talk about, but this just if you can't feel it inside of you, and as a mom and as a woman, even as a man, I'm sure that we, don't you feel protective of children and stuff? I don't know. It's tough. No, I like it. LOL. Warning, creator gets upset on this channel. A real firecracker laughing my butt off, Johnny. Hey, sunshine. All right, you guys. Sorry about that. Sorry for your ears if you're wearing earbuds, and let's keep listening.
Okay.
I heard people in the kitchen. I'm not sure exactly who was in the kitchen. As far as I know, I came downstairs to get ready in her. So she's got kind of got a bedroom in the living room. If you go into the apartment, you'll see there's a.
Why? Okay, I'm trying not to chip in too much. We're just going to listen to it mostly without me, unless I have to say something. Of course, welcome everyone. We are listening to the police interview of Jen Soto for the first time, and it happened on the February 27th of 2024. I mean, I'm just putting up comments on the screen, so read those as well. Okay, please like and share so others can also learn this information. I just wanted to stop for a moment and snark and say, why is this normal? Like, her and Stefan broke up in December. It's never normal, never, even if they were together. But they already broke up. He was hardly there.
Oh my God, she took the words right out of my mouth. I've watched this, but I didn't realize that's what she was about to go to. But I was thinking about that when Queen Bella said, I always got up and saw my child off to school. Well, this is not even her boyfriend at this point. And he's the one doing it? I don't know. I don't like it.
Here, he said he'd been there like twice, since December. So what was he doing there? Why? And why just like I sent them upstairs to go to sleep because I needed a good night's sleep? That's not normal.
Yeah.
It's so
Your
frustrating.
sleep does not
Never in any world is that okay. Oh my goodness.
Children.
Her daughter just turned 13. Anyway, so okay, let's keep going. This is a 33-minute interview, and we've listened to almost 9 minutes. Okay.
One of those fake walls, separating half the bedroom. She's got like a desk with a bedroom and a TV and a dresser. But she'll hang out there during the day, but she never sleeps there. She always sleeps with me, and then the rare occasion upstairs. But most of the time it's with me.
Okay. Did you see her on Monday morning?
Visually see her? No.
Did you hear her?
I heard many people in the kitchen. I'm not sure if it was my roommate or her specifically.
Okay. Is your roommate a male or a female?
Female.
Okay.
I want to hear from the roommates, you guys. I know some of you do as well. And Grizzly says she's gotten many interviews. This is just the first one she's putting out. She's got other ones with Stefan, some that have been released, I believe, maybe some that haven't. So I'm hoping that we'll get to hear that. She does explain Maddie's, bedroom in the living room area, her space in that clip, though. Yeah.
They're both females.
When was the last time you physically saw?
Wednesday, 11 o'clock. I'm sorry. Sunday, 11 o'clock.
Sunday when you sent her to bed. Okay.
Wednesday, 11. That was kind of interesting. And there's going to be another point. I'm going to point out something similar to that. So just where she goes, just kidding.
Sorry, whoa. She said, when was the last time you saw, and they redact Madeline's name the whole time because Madeline, was a minor. So when was the last time basically you saw your daughter? And she's like, Wednesday, 11 o'clock. I mean Sunday. Now, the thing is that Stefan Stern said that Madeline stayed with her grandma pretty much that whole week before he saw her. So that it could be true that Jen last saw her on Wednesday, and then, she had the birthday party, came home. Maybe Jen didn't see her after Wednesday, 11 o'clock. That's interesting as well.
And then when you woke up, you said you woke up briefly because Stefan went in there. Did you go back to sleep?
Yes.
What time did you get up?
Let me see if I actually have my alarm set. No, I don't have a specific day on there. Let me check something real quick. I'm pretty sure I woke up around 9 o'clock in the morning, and then I left at 9:30.
I had an appointment.
I had a doctor's appointment at like 10:15.
Uh-huh.
But they took a while. And then by the time they did my blood work and whatever, I think I got home somewhere between 11 and 11:15.
Okay. When you got back, was Stefan here?
I'm pretty sure he was, yeah.
Grizzly
was he
is
doing?
awesome, Kimberly.
Just sitting in my room. At my computer desk on his phone.
Okay. What did you guys do?
We chatted for a little bit. I asked him what had happened because he had called me earlier at 10. Let me see.
Debbie says, not sure how this interview feels. It's a bit confusing for me. I like hearing your guys' thoughts.
pretty sure he called me around 10:18.
What did he call you for?
To let me know that they didn't go to McDonald's as planned. He had asked her multiple times if she wanted to stop at McDonald's because that was the plan the night before. That they were going to wake up early. He was going to take her to McDonald's, do like a special McDonald's breakfast, and then drop her off.
Okay, I gotta pause here. I'm so sorry. When I heard this earlier, I just thought, this is so heartbreaking. How absolutely fucking devastating. I'm sorry, you guys, but this day she was supposed to go to McDonald's to have a special breakfast. That was the plan. And she goes to bed only to be, his little whatever toy for the night or what. It's just so sick. And then she's murdered by him. This is freaking sad. It is horrible. Just, oh my God. That really bothered me for some reason. Like just knowing that, you have your birthday party, you're going to bed, most little girls are going to wake up and they're going to have this like special breakfast they don't usually get. And in reality, we know what was happening to her, and it's just so unfair and messed up, man.
At school early because she wanted to get there a little early.
What a lie. You could just hear, I'm sorry. To me, it sounds like a liar talking. She's so calm. You're all commenting on it. So calm, so nonchalant. Like, what the hell?
Interesting.
Your daughter's been missing since yesterday. This is the next day. Like, oh, yeah, we chatted a little bit and yeah, okay. And then they went to McDonald's and they didn't, but okay. Sylvie says, so I have to read this one out in my South African way. You said, how is she so calm? As though she's talking about the weather. This woman, she's not right. That's how we would say it in South Africa. She's not right, this one. Ebony, thank you so much.
Okay. This is interesting. Badgered Witness says, agreed. I feel myself going from overly charitable to overly judgmental, and I can't find a spot that feels like an accurate perception of Jen. And I think I'm right there with you guys. I do.
But on his way to school, she was very sleepy and wanted to sleep in the car. And she said she did not want to do McDonald's. She just wanted to be dropped off.
Okay.
I think special meaning
Also to let me.
I don't think that for me, I didn't take it as like McDonald's is this special place. I took it as you don't usually get to go out and get breakfast somewhere like that. And on this day, she was going to have like breakfast out instead of maybe something at the house. But that's just kind of how I took it.
That he left his phone at home because I had called him multiple times and he hadn't picked up. He had left his phone at home by accident. He had went to the vape shop, but they didn't open on time. So he had waited for quite a while in front of the vape shop. They didn't open, so he left and came back, and we hung out a little bit. And then I think he left again to the vape shop to go buy what he needed.
Okay.
Do you want the name of the vape shop?
Yes. If you have it on top of it, I'm sure we're going to talk again soon, and we'll have more.
No, I'm just saying because that might be helpful if you want to see like surveillance or anything.
Okay, so at some point, I understand he gets like a flat tire, and he's not able to go with you to pick school.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And
when you get to the school, how do you realize that she wasn't there?
So I left her. I usually leave around 2:30 to pick her up. She gets out of school at 4. So I wait it takes me about 25 minutes to get to the school, and then I wait about an hour for her to get out.
So remember, I told you guys we're going to kind of hear how she found out she wasn't at school that day. And if you missed the beginning, we did talk about a policy that's been changed where now they are alerting parents really early in the day. I think it was like 8:30 to 9. I don't remember. If you rewind, you'll see. But all schools, grade school, middle school, high school, parents would be alerted by like 11 because of Madeline. Before that, they weren't alerted until after school oftentimes.
I waited the whole time. And then when the bell rang and then it was time for her to come out, she wasn't one of the first kids like she normally is. And I realized I was holding up the line because everyone behind me had children
Mhm.
and they needed to get out because I was the first in line. So after about, I'm going to say, I think it was like 4:10, she didn't come out and I was holding up the line. So I drove away. I said, maybe I forgot to tell her that I was picking her up that day because I don't know if she knew that I wasn't working that day. But I had assumed that she thought, she knew that I was going to go get her. So because she never came out, I left and I went.
I want you guys to just take a second and imagine if this is you. Your child isn't at school pickup. You don't see them all night long. And the next day, you're doing an interview with police. I just feel like I would be sick, absolutely sick, like physically ill from worry and stress, and probably wouldn't sound calm at all. And I feel like I wouldn't make a lot of sense. I would, just me personally, when I'm like anxious or worried, I become very scattered and I don't make a lot of sense. I can't put my thoughts together in a way that somebody can really understand what I'm trying to say. So I'm curious, how do you guys think you would sound? And we haven't been in that situation. So, to be fair to Jen, we can't say for sure, but I just feel like I feel like I would be absolutely sick. That's the moment that we're in right now with her. This is the next day.
Mhm.
She works less than, I'm going to say it's like a 3-minute drive from the school.
Mhm.
It's very close. She works in the Hunters Creek Villages area.
Mhm.
I drove that way and I drove along the path that she would walk
Mhm.
and I didn't see her. And then office, I asked, hey, has she gotten here yet? They said no. And I said, okay, let me wait a little bit. And I parked back again on Hunter's Park Lane, I think.
Mhm.
And I waited along that lane to see if I would see her walking. And I didn't see her walking. And it was about 4:30, 4:35. At this point, she should have. So I went back to the office. And then I was like, is she here yet? No, she hasn't gotten here. And I said, okay, hold on. Let me see. I called her best friend. And I was like, hey, are you... I don't know if I told her I was picking her up from school today or to walk to the office, but I don't see her anywhere. And she goes, no, she never came to school today. She didn't come to first or second period. And I said, what do you mean? We dropped her off close to school.
We're hearing that we dropped her off. I caught that. So Debbie I think that Debbie is correct. She says she could be medicated. I need to be. And my opinion is just based on kind of what we've heard from people who know them, and also just her tone. I would say she probably is, and I would also need to be. So like that. Oh, almost muted myself there. There's no shame in that. I'd absolutely need to be, if at all possible, in this kind of situation. But then again, I feel like I would also feel like I would need to be clear-headed. So I don't know. I guess, you never truly know unless you're in that situation. And God forbid, I hope that none of us are.
She should have walked to school. She goes, no, she never made it to any of her periods. And I said, can you please check with your other friends in your other classes to see if she ever made it? She got back to me and said no. At this point, I started to panic because I realized something was wrong.
Mhm.
I emailed one of her teachers, a few of her teachers actually, and one of them responded to me. He said she didn't make it to his period at all, and he checked all her other classes, and she didn't make it to school at all.
Mhm.
That's when I knew something was truly wrong. And I'm before that email or after that email. But I started panicking and freaking out because she should have been to school. She should have made it.
And then I understand she forgot her phone, right?
Yeah.
Is it common for her to not have her phone?
Yes. She's got ADHD. She's super forgetful. She never realizes that she's in the shower for a whole hour. She loses track of time. She's very...
And then you guys went looking for her, right?
Yes.
Where did you look? Like, did you drive somewhere? Did you walk? Like, where did you go look for her?
Okay.
Okay, so and Grizzly's going to point this out in a moment. You know, I just can't imagine what Madeline was thinking, and there could be many reasons why she was taking long showers. We cannot deny the horrific abuse she suffered for freaking years. Man, that's just the truth. And yeah. Grandma Sherry says, my granddaughter ran away. I was freaking out. My son was level-headed. And I'm so sorry that happened, because I would have been freaking out too. Hey, Jonesin. Okay.
So, after her best friend called me, actually, or I talked to her best friend on the phone, I went back to the school to see, let me check her official attendance. Let me see what's going on. They were already closed. Nobody was at the school. So I searched by backtracking into the school and then coming back out and seeing that there were no kids at the school at all. So then I drove office. Everything was driving. And then I think that
the video's cutting out. It's not the interview,
but
by the way.
yeah.
Did you come back to the apartment at any point yesterday once you realized she was missing?
Stefan was at home waiting for us to get back. And then when I told him something was wrong, she never made it to school, he completely hauled it back to me. And then we all stood there waiting for the cops to show up, and they didn't show up till like 7:30.
Oh, I'm sure
took
he
a while to respond. I think they were
he
looking
probably
for-
did freak out, because he had hours and hours after what he did and people catching on. Also, I want to say I'm going to be looking for the behavioral panel to review this, because they have reviewed other things, the other interviews and stuff that came out with the news and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see what they think about this.
other missing kids around the area too.
Just based on her language.
But yeah, no, we did not come back home until we were done with the police. We were done with everything. There was nothing else for us to do. Just except come back
Where was her phone when all of this was happening?
with me.
How did you get the phone if you never came back here?
I took it with me to go pick her up from school. I was gonna give it to her when she got in the car and be like, "Listen, you forgot your phone again," and let her play on it. I'll do that sometimes when she forgets it. I bring the phone with me and I just give it to her afterwards. But I had brought it with me to go pick her up from school.
Okay. And you works where?
I won't get you the address exactly. Yeah.
And then
Hey, Annie.
did you at any point
Okay, I'm going to pause just to fill you guys in, because I'm seeing it a couple times with Boo Sheet, who says, you know, how could she be medicated if this is the beginning unless she already had something? Annie, how many days was this interview? This was the next day. So we're one day in. She, you know, goes to pick up Maddie from school. She's not there. This is the following day. I assume, this is just completely my own assumptions, that she may have had her own medications, considering some of the things that we've heard from friends, that she was on a lot of medications and slept a lot. But that's just completely my own assumption.
check her phone out while you had it?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Okay. Actually, I started looking, but I could not concentrate on reading anything. I was too panicked and too worried. I handed the phone to my sister. She's the one, and my niece. They both started going through her texts. I saw her texts. Nothing seemed weird. No weird random people. Everyone is someone I was familiar with or had heard about. They checked her Roblox. They checked her Discord. I checked her Discord as well. There was nothing weird.
Makes me think of what Stefan was posting, which it wasn't Discord, it was Reddit. But Jones, and so these are old interviews, newly released. Grizzly, and the original video is in the description box. The link is. She requested these months ago, she said. They're just now coming in.
One of the police officers taught me to look at deleted text messages.
Mhm.
We looked at those as well. They were random text messages deleted. They weren't anything.
Do you remember where you were when you were looking at her phone?
Yes.
Which is where?
Let me see.
Okay, we've got about 13 minutes left of this. I see you guys are all commenting yes on the shower. Like, oh, she loses track of time and showers for an hour. Well, I don't think usually that might not be because she's saying it's because of ADHD. It might not be that. It could be dissociation. It could be trauma. It could be her crying in the shower for an hour from everything she's enduring at home. Like, how do we know? You know what I mean? It's shame, man. Rebecca says nothing left to do but go back home. If you actually have a missing kid, I'm sure you go searching, not just give up and go home. Right? Okay, so here we go.
Good point.
Is it okay if I call her?
Yes.
I'll get the exact address.
And then while she answers, were you guys, when you guys were looking for her, did you guys keep looking for her in the Hunters Creek area or somewhere else?
Hunters Creek area.
Okay. Did you guys come back here at any point?
No.
What time did you guys come back home?
Hold on a second. What time did we come back? What time did we come back? That was a very good question.
That was a very good question. Some of this just hits the ears funny. I don't know, you guys. How do you feel? And let me know if your child is missing, and no judgment, because look, some people say absolutely not. I am not searching. I could not find my kids in some kind of, awful condition. Like, I'll be at home waiting in case they show up at home while other people are searching. Would you be like at home waiting? Could you see yourself out searching? We know police will oftentimes tell parents not to search because, if you do find something, and also you can easily be reached if you're at home. But I would think that for some parents, it'd be pretty hard to just be like, okay, I'm not going to search. I feel like you might want to be out there searching. So what would you guys think that you would do? I feel like I would definitely want to be out looking everywhere. It would feel very helpless, though, because you're like, what if I'm in area A and they're in area B and then I miss them? I don't know. But what else can you do?
I was going to say it was like somewhere between 8 and 9 o'clock p.m.
Did you guys go back out after that?
Stefan went back out.
And this was last night, right?
Yes.
Okay. Where was after this?
With me.
Okay. Did you leave the house at any point with her phone after this?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay.
I wonder where the phone was found in the end, Maddie's phone. And also to say, did you leave the house at all after that? Stefan did. We know he did, because he went back to the scene multiple times from the document we read together before, part 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it sounds like he went back to where he put Maddie's body multiple times.
Hold on. No, I think it's been home all day today, too.
It's been home all day today?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
What time did the police take her phone?
Oh, just kidding. Yeah, they took it. I don't have it anymore.
Just kidding.
What time did he take the phone?
Okay, I didn't like that. The just kidding. And this is what I kind of explained it away to myself as. We're going to listen to that part again. Maybe that's something she commonly says, like regularly when she misspeaks. Just kidding. And that's why she used that phrase. And I want to acknowledge you guys. So Riley says, I think Jen is not a seasoned liar, unlike Letitia. And if she is acting out of the norm, her family would be able to put it together pretty quickly. Also, we have Grandma Sherry that mentions being charged with at least child neglect. And Bushi says she definitely should face charges on child endangerment or neglect. Something like she gave this child to him to do what he pleased pretty much pisses me off. And you guys are not alone. I really, really try to keep it fair, and I never want to make the mistake of blaming someone for something they haven't done. I feel like I have made that mistake in the past, and I'm trying to be better. So I don't want to do that. I've been really careful about saying, because I do think it's possible. We've seen many people that hid what was happening to them from their mothers and stuff like that. But, the fact that Duty Ron is kind of speaking out and saying that he thinks there should be charges and he is a seasoned homicide detective or police, and I don't actually remember exactly what he did. I know he was New York NYPD. But, him speaking out kind of makes me think maybe there are some charges as far as child endangerment, child neglect, something like that. That should be happening. I don't know. I really don't know. But I do see you guys, and I understand why you feel that way, and you are not alone in feeling that way. Okay, so we're going to rewind this just about a minute or so. I want to hear that part again, the just kidding. That is odd, but like I said, is this a common phrase that she uses when she misspeaks? Oh my gosh, hold on, you guys. I completely deleted it. Or, yeah, just like exited out. 1 second.
Stefan went back out.
And this was last night, right?
Yes.
Okay. Where was after this?
With me.
Okay. Did you leave the house at any point with her phone after this?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay.
I wonder where the phone was found in the end, Maddie's phone. And also to say, did you leave the house at all after that? Stefan did. We know he did, because he went back to the scene multiple times from the document we read together before, part 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it sounds like he went back to where he put Maddie's body multiple times.
Hold on. No, I think it's been home all day today, too.
It's been home all day today?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
What time did the police take her phone?
Oh, just kidding. Yeah, they took it. I don't have it anymore.
Just kidding.
So she says her phone has been home all day. And then she says, oh, just kidding. They took it. So I don't know. I just think it's maybe, like I said, the only thing that I can think of is this is something that she commonly says when she's mistaken or misspeaks or something like that. How do you guys feel about that, though? I'm really curious. And when we pause again, I want to address how you guys feel, because this was just weird for me, but let's keep listening.
What time did he take the phone? I've been.
Sorry, I'm gonna play it out. She's like, when she's like, just kidding. Okay, they're asking where was Maddie's phone? Was it with you the whole time? Did it leave the house at all? And she's like, oh, just kidding. Ooh, that's not the right phraseology in a police interview. Just kidding. One would say, oh, I'm sorry. The phone was here. Or I'm sorry, I gave it to detectives. Sorry about that. But just kidding. Oh dear.
And I've made so many phone calls today and seen so many people today that I
Was it
don't know.
light out or dark out?
It was light out. It was still
Detective
Hunt still. Yeah, it was during the daytime.
And then but other than that, her phone was here all day.
In the morning, yes.
Did you guys take the phone anywhere other than when Detective Hunt took the phone?
I think it's been home all day. I don't think I left the house with it.
Okay. Did Stefan have access to the phone?
I'm sorry, I took my medicine, so I feel a little speedy. I think I've had it with me. I think it's been with me.
Okay. Did you go through her phone today?
Yes.
Okay. Where was that at?
Here.
And what were you looking for at that time?
To see if there was anything else. What we couldn't access on Monday night was Roblox. So my niece came over and logged into her Roblox and checked out messages. But then my sister was also looking for her phone to see if there was anything.
Here at the house?
Yes.
And that was today?
Yes.
Okay. Do you guys have her account information as far as like iCloud and all that stuff? Or is it just on her phone?
I've had a hard time logging into it before when I was trying to get her a new phone.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if I can log in to her iCloud. I think it's all on her phone.
Okay.
One thing I got to pause here, and I want to say, if you have kids, and I don't care if they're 16, 12, whatever, if they have a phone, I think it's a good idea to regularly look through their phone. Their kids, even if they're 16, they don't know what's best for them. And I know for me, my parents trusted me a little too much at that age. Like, they were amazing parents, but they just thought, she's smarter than that. She wouldn't do that. And maybe for some things that I would do, and I did do. So it's a good idea to always really keep a close eye on that stuff. I wanted to read a few comments. So Break and Chain says, in these situations, the man works very hard to convince mom that he is being a gentleman protector to the child. And I saw another comment. I didn't star it, so I can't read it exactly, but it kind of goes along with that. That said, it could have been less detectable because it started so early. It was like a gradual increase as his behavior towards Madeline gradually got worse over time, which could have made it less detectable. That's possible. Joe says, I think she's a super odd and awkward chick, so I'm not sure how much stock we can take in her expressions. And that's a good point. Kathy says, I've heard adolescents speak like that. Just kidding. So is it possible she's just emotionally unintelligent in that way? Rocco says, devil's advocate, we don't know what Jen's normal personality is like. Maybe this is who she is, although I don't buy that. And then Neat, I think this is important, and you aren't the only one who had mentioned this. Neat says, it could be just one of those weird expressions we sometimes use. I say I lied when I misspeak, even though it's just an error, not really a lie. And that's exactly what I was thinking. That's really the only thing that made sense to me at all, is it's basically something that she says so regularly. She said it here, and it sounds awkward because of the situation. But I've known people who might say, oh yeah, go down, if you're looking for such and such restaurant, go down 2 streets and take a right. Wait a minute, I lied. 3 streets and take a right. And they didn't lie, they just misspoke. They are trying to tell you the correct way to get there, right? And they didn't remember exactly, or something like that. So that's possible, that's what we have going on here.
That I'm asking is because they took the phone and they downloaded it, right? They can see if somebody tries to access her accounts and stuff like that. So if you guys do have access to anything, if you guys can refrain from logging back in.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
So it doesn't look like she if she tries to access her accounts from somewhere else, that way we can track that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So they're asking if you can, just try not logging into any more of her accounts so that when he's going through the phone, it doesn't look like she's trying to log on from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay. Was there anything else that they wanted us to clarify?
Hey, Crystal.
Did you find the address to your?
Sorry, let me call her again.
Or what's the name of it?
Oh, if I could remember her business name, I don't know.
What kind of business is it?
It's an insurance business. I think Advanced Insurance something group.
And then I know that you've been with us for the most part of the day, right?
Yes.
We have, I want to say maybe like 40 people out here, okay? Between us and Kissimmee. And we're all, going to be working basically overnight and throughout the day tomorrow until we, okay? Tonight, what we're going to do is, I know we already secured your house, right? We asked everybody to leave. So another thing that I'm going to ask is if you guys can find somewhere else to stay for the night, because we're going to have Kissimmee out here at your apartment for the rest of the night, because the people that come and like take pictures and all that other stuff are not going to respond until the morning. Okay, so nobody can go into the house for the rest of the night until the house gets, we need to take pictures and do other stuff with the house. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
And unfortunately, because you guys have such a big apartment, it's not something that only one person does. Like, we don't do that, right? We have our forensics unit come out. And it's not something that one person can do by herself. So she has to wait until we come in, because they're on call after midnight, right?
I can imagine my mind at this point just running crazy with questions. And if you tell me that my child's disappearance is going to be investigated by the sex crimes department, and there's a comment on the screen about this, but you in the chat you guys have been commenting on this as well. I feel like I would have needed more of an explanation besides what she was given. But also, I guess in a really nerve-wracking situation, you probably don't think really clearly. So I don't know. And I know that we've said this, but I want to just keep this in the front of our minds that we truly don't know how we would react in these situations if we haven't been in them. You know what I mean? So, and I'm not taking up for her at all, because I also have a lot of questions, anger. I don't understand. It's not right. It's not fair. As moms, that's our job, right? Our number one job, protect these babies and help them grow up to be like functioning members of society that are good people too. But I just want to keep reminding myself and you guys that we don't truly know unless we've been there what we would do in a situation.
So she has to wait for the other people to come in the morning, and then they're all going to come in as a unit and try to get it done as quick as possible.
Okay. I need to go back into the house.
Mm-hmm.
I have medication that I have to take
Mm-hmm.
in order to be like normal.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a possibility that I can go back in there and get my meds?
Yes. Give me a few minutes, and then we'll try to figure out how we can get your medication. Okay, but that's something that we can definitely get. Okay. Does it make sense what I'm telling you?
Yes. I just don't know what we're gonna do about finding a place to go, but okay.
And then, because
oh my God,
lost in Stefan's car, we're also going to tow his car.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any questions about anything that I'm telling you? Okay, so from now on, it'll probably be me getting in touch with you, okay? Not Detective Hunt. Okay? Okay. Do you understand everything that we discussed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I get your direct number?
Yes.
The job address, if I remember it correctly, is 13550.
Sorry, I'm just going to pause it there. We've got about 5 minutes left. Welcome to Deception Detective. I know a lot of Grizzlies send me your videos, actually. So thank you for being here. You said thanks for sharing this, Grizzly. You know, media interviews and all people blaming the mom. Infuriating if a parent isn't like, that's just so scary.
I don't want to
You know?
use your commentary.
Today, the thing that's just, it makes me be the stuff now. Okay.
Village Park Lane, Suite 125 in Orlando, Florida.
That's in Hunters Creek. Hunters Creek, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Village Park Drive, you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
And 13550.
Yes.
Is that like an apartment complex?
It's a business building. I don't know. It's a building with a lot of business and offices inside.
And when did you say you were there?
I got there around 4. Well, see, I left and came back. So 4:45. I got there, and I think I stayed until they had left.
Were you there today?
No.
Is there phone would be anywhere near that area today?
No, I don't think so. It's been with me. Oh. Detective Hunt went back to that office. I'm so sorry, and he had her phone.
Okay. He had her phone at that time.
Yeah.
Why did he go back to that office?
Because my uncle had walked the path along the trail, and he had found the wallet with not 90, but like credit cards and something that had somebody's state on it. So he went to pick it up to see if it was of any interest.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you my business card. I'm still here for a little bit longer. I'm gonna talk to Stefan one more time. There was like a few things that we needed to clarify with him, and then we're gonna, like, me physically, after I get done talking to Stefan, I'm gonna try to go get rest, right? Because we're gonna continue to do all this.
Yeah.
There's other detectives that are coming from my unit. Okay. So like there's always gonna be somebody here.
Okay.
So just because I physically am not here, don't think that we're not physically working on this. We have a lot of people in our unit, right? So we're taking like shifts. And then the people we have violent crimes out here as well. And they're here till 4 a.m. So I don't want you to think that like, just because I'm leaving that we're not still actively working on this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like they are here till 4 a.m. and then the day shift people that also work violent crimes come in around that same time. So they're going to take over. So like we have like people working till a certain time and then other people coming and taking over. Okay. So like I said, just because I physically am not here doesn't mean that we're not still working on something. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Real quick,
I mean, but they're saying words like sex crimes, violent crimes unit, and Jen doesn't ask, what do you mean? Why is the sex crimes unit here?
Yeah, maybe it took some time for her to process, but violent crimes, sex crimes, those are all really alarming words that I feel like would set off alarm bells, and maybe they did for her, and we just don't hear it. It could have to do with medication. I don't know, but I agree that it is kind of odd to hear those things, and she's just like, okay, and not kind of like, what do you mean? Why? Like, I don't understand. I feel like that would be me. I would need to know, like, in detail, but.
What? My daughter was 13. What do you mean? Shouldn't say, why is the violent crimes unit here? I mean, it's like, I don't know. If I was her, if you really think she's missing, why is this not a missing persons case? Why is my house a crime scene and you've got the sex crimes unit and violent crimes unit there? You know what I mean? Oh my word, that's so scary. And she just says,
I don't remember if Detective Tagler asked, but yesterday when you guys were out looking, do you remember what time you were out looking till?
So yesterday, I stayed in the office. My family went out searching.
Which office?
1355. Yeah,
You stayed until what time?
I'm gonna say somewhere between 8 and 9 o'clock. I left and then I came home.
You came straight here.
Yeah.
And then who was out? Your family was out.
Yeah, but I think they all stopped when. Actually, I'm not sure. One of my uncles might have kept searching along the trail, but I'm not sure until what time he was out. My dad as well.
Okay, so let me pause here. So Cammie says, to be fair, in the beginning, the lady explained that they had the case now because of the child's age, which I did acknowledge at the beginning. So that's what I said. You know, she pretty much immediately gives a reason why sex crimes was going to be taking over. You know, I don't feel that it would have been sufficient for me because the child's age, I don't know, it just wouldn't have been an answer that really made sense. I would have pressed for more questions. But yeah, they do that. But then later on, when the violent crimes is mentioned, we don't hear an explanation of why.
Well,
What about Stefan?
Stefan went out sometime in the middle of the night and went searching, cruising around to see if he could.
When searching, oh, cruising around. Oh, crap. Did you hear that, guys? I'll go back a few seconds. What?
Now, it is kind of interesting because we know that the car that he did go back by where she was found again. Some of the documents that have been coming out and GPS and things like that have shown that I believe even Jen's car. Yeah, it was Jen's car. And I think she gets into that in a second, that he took her car. But Jen's car was seen, you know, or was GPSed. The records show that it was near the scene of where Madeline was. And I apologize. I understand this is not anything funny at all. I just couldn't find my words and I'm awkward and weird. That's just me. So I apologize. But okay, let's keep listening.
Oh, my word. Let's go back to like 32, 16. Okay, 13. Somewhere there. I'll play it again. I'm going to not interrupt this time, but I just got such a fright. He went out in the middle of the night to go like searching, cruising. Yeah, he went back to where he put a body. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, but I think they all stopped when. Actually, I'm not sure. One of my uncles might have kept searching along the trail, but I'm not sure until what time he was out. My dad as well.
What about Stefan?
Stefan went out sometime in the middle of the night and went searching, cruising around to see if he could figure out where she might be.
What car was he driving?
My car.
Was anybody driving Stefan's car?
No, just Stefan.
And what time was he out?
I have no idea. I fell asleep, but I know he drove my car because when I got into it, I said, "Oh, the seats adjusted. Did you drive my car?" He goes, "Yeah. Remember, I said I was going to take a drive tonight to go search for her because he does have like insomnia. He can't sleep at night sometimes, and especially like that's what's going on right now. But I'm not sure what time he may have."
So that was kind of interesting because she didn't know because he asked, "Can I use your car?" She knew when she got in the car. So I don't think that she was part of, at least, you know, just by what she's saying here, him going out back by there that night or whatever. You know, it sounded pretty genuine to me, but I'm not professional at all. I'm just a regular person who's interested in this stuff like you guys, who's likes to hang out and talk about it with you and trying my best to kind of be respectful to everyone involved, because at the end of the day, if even a 5% chance she truly did not know at all what was going on, this would have to be just the worst time of her life. And, you know, I don't want to add to that if that's the case. So, okay.
Come in or out. But if you guys look at my gate clicker, you need that to come in the front gate. You can see what times he may have come in and out.
Okay. I don't think I have anything else for you. We're gonna clear some things with Stefan, and then I will let you know before I head out. Okay? Do you promise that everything you said today is true?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Ending the recording at 009. 4-11.
And that's it, everyone. That's the audio file that I received amongst many other files. So I'm going to be working.
Okay, so now let me actually let you hear what she says here, because I'm excited to see what else she's releasing.
Through that. There are other interviews that I do have as well. Like we have some of
really quick.
Stefan Stearns. I think we've already heard one of them. Seems like the same length as the one we heard, but I'll put those together. We can listen to the 2 Stefan Stearns interviews. We've got of his dad. I want to hear that. We've got of, I think, Maddie's friend. We've got a few. I don't know if we've got of her sister, but there's a few audio files. Okay, I wanted to bring you this one today. I'll be working hard behind the scenes, of course, to do formats like this so we could listen to it bit by bit. And my goodness, I think it's so sad how not protective, how unprotective Jen Soto is, right? Especially the day after her daughter's missing. Wow, oh my goodness. Someone was saying in chat, I'm so sorry, I didn't see your name there, but you said that people are trying
So I want to just go back for a second to the other video footage that we have. And I just pulled it up from Court TV. This would have happened before the interview we just heard the day before. Before we hear some of this, let me just talk to you guys for a second. Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that. One day I will talk to you guys more in detail about that, because it is important. It's a subject that's really important to me. I just didn't want to kind of insert it in with this, what we're talking about. I would be so upset I could barely function. She sounds way too calm, in my opinion, Tiny T says. How in the hell could she fall asleep at a time like that, boho hobo? Yeah, insomnia, that was his predator hours. That's exactly what I thought when I heard that. I was like, he has insomnia, so let's put him in bed with my daughter on school nights and everything when she has to get up in the morning. I mean, someone who might keep them up because they're not sleeping, that makes a lot of sense, but whatever. Oh, thank you, Tiny T. Thank you for being here. MK says, she sounds like she's defending him in ways still. Well, let's not forget the interview of them on the news too. You know, that was another one that was just kind of odd. And, you know, we'll see at trial. We're going to get to see all of their communications. We're going to really get a better idea. And if there was something going on, I don't see how that could be. If there was something that Jen knew, if Jen knew something was going on, let me say it like that, I think that we'll find out at trial. We would have to, right? Like, surely that if she would have committed a crime, they would have arrested her by now. You know, maybe they will. I don't know. But I do think that it's going to be really interesting to see Jen and Stefan's communication back and forth, and how they kind of speak with each other privately, and some of their movements in these days surrounding what happened to Madeline. Oh, Nana says, love this chat so much. Nana's been a member for 11 months. Thank you, Nana. I appreciate that. And I agree. Best chat on the tubes. The moment I saw her stroking his back while he sobbed fake tears, I have been suspicious AF. Me too. It's like, why are you comforting him? Like, I'm sorry. No, I didn't like that either. Hey, Callie Dean. Will be interesting to see. Agree. Hey, Natasha, when is the trial scheduled for? Do you guys know? I do not know. I know, like, the last date that it was supposed to be has already came and passed, and it was pushed back. But, all right, let's see some of this.
This is Mom.
This is Mom? Okay.
Hey there.
Hi there.
Hey there. I don't know. Hey there.
Hey there. What's going on?
So my daughter was dropped off close to school this morning, but never made it. I went to pick her up from school.
I'm sorry, one second.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
Are we looking for another kid or we have a kid?
looking for another one.
Good.
Alright, so people are still on the scene, let's put that out in the hospital location. How long?
13.
I'm trying to get that right now.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
So she was supposed to be dropped off at school, didn't make it to school.
Didn't make it to school. I went to pick her up from school today,
Okay.
and she never came out. They announced it over the speaker, and I'm just like, maybe she walked here, because sometimes she'll walk here to this office.
Mhm.
I came here, nothing. I went back to the school, they were closed. I got a notice, an email from the school saying she was absent, but I also messaged her teacher, and he looked at her entire attendance today and saw that she was completely not at school today either.
Okay.
So she never made it.
Okay.
Curious
What?
what you guys think about her, body language and her attitude. But Lil Red says a 13-year-old being missing is not a reason for sex crimes to take over. They had some suspected him already. Wouldn't this be the day, though, that they found everything on his phone? The next day? Am I wrong about that? Because, and then the woman in the interview says, we're going to talk to him again for a minute. I don't know. I think that this must have been the day that they found some of that. But I can't remember. It's been a while.
What's her name?
Madeline,
Let me see. Stephen's
Madeline,
Madeli.
INE.
Last name?
Soto, SOTO.
Soto.
Yeah.
Date of birth?
February 22nd, 2011.
February 27, 2000.
22nd,
Oh, sorry. 22nd,
2011.
2011.
Just her 13th birthday.
13.
1418 Charlie Worldwide, what's the name of the single agent?
Madeline Soto, age 13.
Yeah, I
Trying to
think
get
it's
a clothing
accurate.
description now.
Oh my
Where
God.
was she last seen wearing?
26 County Charlie Worldwide, people hit my call 931, it's the same call.
Green hoodie.
Green hoodie,
White Crocs.
white Crocs,
Either blue or black pants.
I think black shorts.
Black shorts.
Yeah.
black shorts. Okay. Black shorts. All right. Do you know if she has like friends in the area?
She does, but she doesn't know where they live.
She doesn't know where she live. Okay.
I asked all of them.
Okay. Is this like, does she like have any places that you guys know that she'll usually be at? Any friend's house? Any places that like she likes to hang out?
Typically.
No.
Not typically. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Let me see if we get some.
Thank you.
No problem. And what school she goes to?
Hunters Creek Middle School.
Hunter's Creek Middle. All right. Cool. 125.
Vinny has done a lot of talking about this case too, and why Jen hasn't been arrested. I don't know, you guys. I think we're gonna wrap it up here, and we'll follow things as they come out. Oh, Boo Sheet, thank you. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. So you guys, again, tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern, we're gonna start a new thing, true crime news ish type of thing. We're going to talk about tomorrow. We're going to talk about the new body cam footage that was released of the man who killed Rachel Morin, and also a couple other cases that are unknown. It's not always going to be cases that you may know. Sometimes it might be little updates mixed with other things of bigger cases, but some days it's just going to be unknown cases only. I just want to hang out with you guys and talk about a variety of things happening in the true crime world, not just the cases that are talked about on social media, because, and especially if we do this daily, you guys are going to be shocked at how many crimes and how many things happen that you never see on social media, on the news, whatever. So I hope that you guys will join me for that. If your kids are back in school, if you're up going to work, if your kids are about to go back in school, maybe I can keep you company while you get your morning on, your morning chores on, or whatever. Thank you for being here. I know that this is a tough one, brings out a lot of emotions. We hear about a young girl Madeline's age, and we know about the horrific things that happened to her for years, and we know that no one was protecting her. At the end of the day, that I can say confidently. No one was protecting her. No one was looking out for her. No one had her back. And you know, whether that was because they were in their own little world or stuck in their own head, whatever, I don't know why, or whether it was more, you know, way worse than that. At the end of the day, nobody was protecting her, and it brings out the emotions. You know, it's tough. So thank you for keeping it respectful, even when people disagree. I think opinions are all over. I think most people, I feel there should be some sort of charges, but there are people who don't. And, you know, however you feel, I appreciate and respect that. And I just thank you for coming here to express those opinions. Yeah, wake and bake, Delaney. And I am really looking forward to it. Very much agree. The girl was let down in the worst ways. Agree. Oh, thank you, honey. I love your guys' company. So anyways, you guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you bright and early in the morning. And yeah, thank you for everything. Feel free to leave your comments in the comment section down below. And I definitely love to go through and hear how you guys feel and what you think. But all right, I will see you guys in the morning. Thank you, Trulia. Thank you, guys. I love and appreciate you guys. Don't forget the original video that we watched and listened to is in the description box. Oh, Amber, my friend Amber has covered this case as well. Please go check out her channel. I think that you'll really enjoy it. She does a great job. And yeah, I appreciate you, Amber. Thank you for your help. Thank you, everybody, and have a great day, and I'll see you soon. See you tomorrow. Bye.